We're live. We are live. Just another day in our lives together. Welcome to the neighborhood, where all things are lovely. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. What's my volume? Oh, there it is. Hi. Mark Scotty reporting. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Wow, today is September 16. September 16, 2020 is the year, and we're still here despite all of the market crashing and the poison vaccines and poison whatever, not poison vaccine, the poison virus. Excuse me, I misspoke. And everything else that's going on in the world. I gotta hand it to Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, right, is absolutely knocking the skin off the ball in terms of exposing what I would view as hypocrisy. You have a lot of people in this country that want to open up the borders of America, right? We have a country, it's called America, it's called the United States of America, and around it we have this border that separates us from the world around. Now, it's like a membrane. Things can pass in and out, but they have to pass in and out within the realm of what is acceptable to the cell. And it seems we have an administration that says, yeah, just it doesn't matter. Just let them all in and we'll figure it out. Right? That's the liberal left, for lack of a better term, in what they have coined sanctuary cities and states. They say, yeah, just send them. Send migrants, immigrants. America is founded on immigration. And we're all immigrants. I get that. I understand that, and I believe that. But here's the hypocrisy. Right? When Texas and parts of Arizona and parts of the South by the border in Mexico get flooded with people just, stepping over the Rio Grande because they can, flooding into America and then boarding air-conditioned coaches and flights. I haven't been on a plane in 3 years. Immigrants land in fucking Mexico, come over from Mexico and land in Texas, and they're on a plane to Martha's Vineyard. The hypocrisy is that what Ron DeSantis is doing, he was caught in the middle of that, and the border people at Texas sent 2 plane loads of immigrants to Florida, which he sent to Martha's Vineyard. Now, you would say, well, Martha's Vineyard should be welcoming the immigrants to America with open arms. But no, the rich, cocksuckers, for lack of a better term up there, are irate about being flooded with immigrants. So we'll look at that story. I'm just going to speed read the news today. It's Freaky Friday. We're going to move to the live chat because it's Friday and I run out of things to say. But definitely, we're going to look at that story. What else? There's other things in the news. We'll get to it when we get to it. Oh yeah, Northern Lights and more racial slurs. I want to talk about Cenk Uygur, the great Cenk Uygur. I have a website. Just bear with me. I'm getting a little bit of a slow start here. I have a website. My name is Marcus Conti. I'm a guy who makes videos and have been doing it for a long time here on YouTube and elsewhere. We are live every morning at 9 a.m. No notification necessary. All you got to do is show up at 9 a.m. If we're not on YouTube, just go to the site. marcusconti.com. You hit the link will be right here. And we'll probably be hanging out on D Live. These are all the videos on a daily basis. And you scroll all the way down. There's a tip jar down there somewhere. And this is my thumbnail today. President DeSantis. Should Donald Trump step aside and allow President DeSantis to step in? Well, he sure is popular. He sure is popular. So let's start here. The phenomenal world that we live in. Right? We're blasting off to space again. We're going to penetrate deep space, and we're going to fly through the chemtrails and the Van Halen belt, and we're going to bust out into deep space soon and see the moon from the other side, do a revolution around the moon with some impressive camera equipment aboard the ship. So we're going to get a good look. But Northern Lights, right? This is a phenomena that happens. Could you imagine, right? We have an explanation for what Northern Lights is up in Alaska. It has something to do with oxygen and nitrogen. Woo! It's cold. Look at down here. Look at the temperature where I am. It's 50 degrees, man. It's cold. It was 48 a minute ago. Freezing my ass off. Trying to warm up a little bit. So Northern Lights, these are Northern Lights, and this is what they look like. And could you imagine if you were back in I don't know, maybe 300, 400 years ago, and you were sitting there meditating, and all of a sudden the sky bursted into a green and blue, flurry of lights, like dancing. They're not clouds per se, but they're other forms of gas. You would think that God is speaking to you, wouldn't you? Look at that. That's God. I see him. There he is. He's touching my soul. Or it's a flower, or it's a gateway. That's what it is. It's a gateway to the unknown. Right. Beautiful, right? The Northern Lights. It's up in Alaska. That's again. It's just fascinating. It's a natural phenomenon that happens every once in a while, and I've never seen it up front. But what a brilliant video this guy caught! What a brilliant video! I have 2 minutes of Northern Lights. Well, anyway, man. So what is it? Is it vitamins and minerals floating around in the atmosphere? Something that we can't explain? Is it spirits? Is it aliens? Every year they come at the same time. Northern Lights is aliens, motherfucker. It's a chemtrail. I don't know what it is, but it's fascinating to look at. As are most things that are unexplainable in the phenomenal world. Why do these things happen? Why? Because they do, They just do. So this is a ongoing a follow up to a story. Student newspaper scoops left-wing media in Duke volleyball racial slur saga. So this is the story of a volleyball team at Duke, big university, Duke University, and a woman on the team. Apparently, she's black. And she kept saying that she said and testified that somebody in the audience, every time she went to hit the ball, they screamed out the N-word. Right? She swats the ball and they said, nigger. Right? That's her testimony, her mother testifying that they were at the volleyball game. And every time, that's not her, by the way. She's over here. So every time she went to swat the ball, she heard nigger. Right? That's the testimony of the mother. Let's look. Am I making it up? No. A college volleyball player alleged spectators hurled racial abuse at her, but the claims were never proven. All right? And it took a student newspaper to expose it. So the story is fake. Right? It's totally fucking bullshit. Right? They found, many investigators found zero evidence to support 19-year-old Richardson's claim, right? But what her mother said is fascinating. Doesn't surprise me that the left-wing media went with a narrative, before knowing the whole story. All right, that's very true. The university also issued an apology they banned the guy that they even had a guy who said it. Probably a white guy. We don't know who he is, but this is hysteria, right? She, in her mind, right? She's a black woman. In America, you don't know what it's like to be a black woman. But we do know. We do know. Here she is with mom. His mom. My goddaughter is the only black starter for Duke volleyball team. While playing yesterday, she was called a nigger every time she served. She was threatened by a white male that told her to watch her back going to the team bus. A police officer had to be put on their bench. Absolutely false, misleading, fake, racial hysteria. What you're seeing is the direct transmission of racism, right? It's not so much the kid, but you see how the parents say, "Oh yeah, the parents see a nigger." Right? The kid sees herself and her teammates, but direct transmission, and this is Duke University, right? Doing this, a big university. So she was never threatened. She was never called the N-word. The allegation sparked widespread backlash. Richardson issued a statement saying she and her black teammates were targeted. So the kid is now piling on, targeted and racially heckled throughout the entire match. Now, if it's true, that's different. But it's not true. It happened in her mind. In her mind. And this is the result of the finding. From our extensive review, we have not found any evidence, this is the university reporting, not found any evidence to corroborate the allegation that fans engaged in racial heckling or uttered racial slurs at the event. As we stated earlier, we would not tolerate any conduct that would make a student athlete feel unsafe. Totally fucking fake. Now, of course, mainstream media jumps on it because it's the black narrative. They love that. They love to accuse white people of racism against blacks because it's politically expedient for them. But here's LeBron James. LeBron James, a great basketball player, said when it happened, "You tell your goddaughter to stand tall, weep, be proud, and continue to be black. We are a brotherhood and a sisterhood. We have her back." Well, if you had her back, why wouldn't you look at if you really had her back, LeBron James, if you really had the girl's back, you would have waited to see if, first of all, if it was true, right? And then if it's not true, having her back would go to her and tell her that the racism that you're seeing is in your mind. It's not in front of you. Why don't you wait until you actually see real racism and then report it? Right? That's going to her back, LeBron James, not jumping on the racist bullshit fucking bandwagon. So, true story. Can't make it up. Right? So, let's continue. Some of what Cenk Uygur said a while ago about Russian propaganda. Well, listen to Cenk Uygur.
You can't do both. You can't do the wrong thing and the right thing.
The ultimate point is no one cares about the Steele dossier, a foreign spy paid by the Clinton campaign. And
that's exactly right. He was paid by the campaign.
Once he receives that information, he's already broken the law. It's like saying, well, I would rob the bank, then I would go to the police and told them I robbed the bank.
So this is Cenk Uygur and Chris Cuomo making the case for Russian spies, Trump colluding with Russian spies. Remember when he said it?
Well, then you still go to jail.
Do you at all care about the Russian misinformation from a Russian Kremlin official paid for by the DNC, or do you just not care because it's the DNC?
So you know what you guys love to do is deflection.
Right, you don't care.
You're attacking people. No, hold on. You're attacking people that are not in government right now, and you're going after Steve.
What? You're going after people that are not in government right now. This is Cenk Uygur defending his support of Trump was a Russian spy, right? So the hypocrisy. Let's watch the hypocrisy. Listen to this.
Insidious. No, and I'm done with them too. Look, and so it's not boy because I was so kind to them before. No, here's what I mean. Like, I didn't want to say things like there are enemies, there are opponents, because it sounds like what Trump says, right? But they are our opponents. They are.
He's making the case that mainstream media favors is against him, but Cenk Uygur doesn't see that he has become mainstream. Listen to his comments.
They're our biggest opponents by a lot. They help Republicans, they help corporate Democrats, and they killed progressives. And so
this is Cenk Uygur talking about progressives in the year 2022, September 14, 2022. Progressives, people like who? Nancy Pelosi. The hypocrisy. What I wanted to point out is you have a guy like Cenk Uygur on YouTube promoting Russian propaganda and then saying that the media is biased against him. But you're saying you're running the same propaganda, right? Right, Cenk, aren't you?
So F them. F them, F them, F them. So if the New York Times is going to keep lying and keep being super biased, then F the New York Times. Oh,
now it's fuck the New York Times, Cenk Uygur. Cenk says fuck the New York Times, but then when they were running the Russian propaganda nonsense that that could have started a nuclear war if Putin wasn't the level-headed guy he was and took it as a joke. You could have started a war, but you don't care. All you care about is win. We're going to win the election, and then we're going to take charge, and everybody's going to be my way.
you can't. They're demigods. Oh, we all went to good schools, and I did a New York Times crossword. I don't give a goddamn about your crossword. The publishers and the editors are massively biased.
Let's keep that in mind, Cenk, when the next election rolls around. The New York Times, its editors and writers are massively biased. Yes, they are, but so are you. You have you when it's convenient, you'll take your head and stick it up their ass and see how it smells. But when it's not convenient, oh, they're the fucking enemy. The hypocrisy with these guys is it's beyond the pale, if you know what I mean. But I was trying to make a point there. Here he is, CNN, yeah. So what else we got here? What else today, man? Oh yeah, Martha's Vineyard. So Martha's Vineyard in chaos after DeSantis ships migrants to liberal enclave. What happened? So the posh liberal enclave of Martha's Vineyard has been thrown into chaos by the arrival of 2 plane loads of migrants sent there by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Well, Martha's Vineyard, isn't that a Democratic state that has voted for liberal policies at the border? They wanted Biden, right? So you got what you got, and now the migrants are piling into America, and they're coming to a theater near you. Right? Oh, wait a minute! You thought they were going to stay in Texas? Oh, yeah, they're going to go to New York. Oh, yeah. They're in Martha's Vineyard. I pay good money to live here. I don't want no fucking immigrants running around on the street here. So that now they're irate. Okay. So roughly 50 migrants were flown to the famed Massachusetts island. Now that's 50 people. That's not a lot of people. 50. Not 500, not 5,000, not 1 million. 50 people flew into Martha's Vineyard. Right? Immigrants. Right? And that's not a lot of people, right? In a state that accepts the idea that there should be no border around America. Just bring them in. Right? We need the labor force. Right? So this is an ongoing situation, wrote a county emergency management rep in a statement noting that local authorities are actively cooperating to develop a continued regional response. We have reached out to our state and federal partners for additional and long-term support. Martha's Vineyard, crying poverty. We can't house them. We don't have enough. We don't have enough resources. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do, Martha's Vineyard. We know that you're wealthy. Barack Obama is not in town, right? He's got an $11 million pad in Martha's Vineyard. How many rooms? You got 10 rooms right there. You could house, I don't know, 3 or 4 families at Barack Obama's house. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of empty space. Oh, look at this. I looked at Airbnb. Check this out. Airbnb has, in Martha's Vineyard, I looked for Martha's Vineyard next week to see if I could get a place to stay. 343 homes just on B&B, Airbnb alone, right? Look at all these empty homes. Cottage in Oak Bluff, 300 a night. Come on, man. Look, you got a cottage in the island Carmel. 4 bedrooms over here in Kilmark. Huh? I thought there's no homes. Look at all these homes down here in Martha's Vineyard, right by the airport. Look, here's the airport. See the airport? And ba-bing, like homes all over the place. So what's the fucking problem? What's the one that's 20 grand? $692 a night. Home. So this isn't on. We have reached out to our state. Some local polls learned about the new arrivals during a Wednesday night, blah, blah, blah. I'm a little unclear about the situation, as is everybody, because everybody is scrambling a bit. The Red Cross. Martha's Vineyard, one of the most wealthy chunks of real estate in the world, is crying to the Red Cross, help us. How are we gonna feed these people? You're talking about 50 people. 50 people can fit into the size of a movie theater. Rich people can feed 50 people for the rest of their lives and house them for the rest of their lives with absolutely no feeling no pain whatsoever. But they won't do it. Call the fucking Red Cross. Rand said the migrants were held at a church and might be given short-term housing at an ARG center, right? So the people down there are fucking crying, man, up there in Martha's Vineyard, right? At some point in time, they have to move from here to somewhere else. Send them somewhere else, anywhere but here. Right? We don't have refugee services. I had no idea about this. Yeah. Too bad. You had no idea. You had no services. Well, get some, right? Because now you have to deal with it. Why does Texas have to deal with it every day? Why does Arizona have to deal with it every day? Why are there thousands of fucking roaming immigrants all over America right now? And wherever they land, someone has to deal with them. But when the governor of a state makes a decision to send them somewhere for care, you turn around and say, no, we can't take them. We can't handle them. Barack Obama, $11.7 million estate, right, at Martha's Vineyard. Right? There it is. Right? So tough luck, man. Congratulations to, I love DeSantis for having done that. Right? So let's look at the markets. The markets are getting absolutely crushed lately. I'm not happy about that. The NASDAQ is down. Dow is down another 300, and the NASDAQ is down another 174. Everything red. Everything red today. S&P 500 down 47. Dow Jones down 354. Apple down $1.80. Amazon down 4. Google down. Microsoft down. Meta down. Tesla down. Walmart down. Everything is down based on something that FedEx reported, saying that they were going to miss earnings. So it does look like the United States might be tipping into recession. There's a lot of recessionary fears right now, and markets are definitely tanking, and I don't know. I don't know. Are we going to get the bounce? Do we get a bounce? I don't know. It makes me a little unhappy because I was anticipating that it would bounce, and it seems not to be giving a shit about the bounce. It's going down. You can see this is the NASDAQ composite, breaking support, falling, plunging from its recent run up. And well, anyway, man, so I'm not going to try not to be depressed about that. Happy Friday to everybody. Thank you all for joining me. If anybody wants to join me in the chat, I'll open it up. 'Cause I don't have much more to say. If Weevil Girl wants to come in and help us meditate, all you got to do is hit the link. I'll give you a direction. Hit the link, and then join them. Shut off your YouTube or silence your YouTube, and then just communicate with us in the meet. Here's the meet right here. So I'm going to join. I joined. Where am I? Am I here? Yeah. See, I'm here. So anybody else that joins me will join me in the chat over here. So anyway, what else? What else is going on, man? So yeah. So I don't know. I feel a little melancholy today. I'm going to try to enjoy myself this weekend. Maybe it's the change of weather. And I don't know. One day you're up, one day you're down, right? That's why I need to meditate, right? I need to center myself and breathe in, breathe out. All right, what's going on, man? So nobody wants to join. What's up, Vinny? You coming in? Who's coming on in? Who's coming on in? Coming on in? Coming on in? Listen to some music over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody wants to join. Hey, Jim Gerard is here. Bring on in. Jimmy's here. Amit. And what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up, man? The Friday crowd is
What's going on?
Jim Gerard is here. Jim, are you with us? Is your audio correct? You hear me and we're communicating? I hear a little bit of an echo. So, Vinny, are you here?
Yeah.
Vinny's here. How about you, Jim? You here?
I'm here, brother. I had to turn off the auto on YouTube.
Okay, good. Now you're right. Now you're in real time. What's up, gentlemen? How are we, man? How you doing on Friday? You guys cool?
Oh, it's
Good.
just beginning of another freaky Friday, man.
Yeah.
Weather's changing. Boy, you really feel it in the bones too.
Right.
It's cold in here right now. Damn.
Yeah, it is.
Bundled
It
right
is.
up.
I'm smoking my. I have this. I've been growing this homegrown tobacco. Right, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, I have plants in the yard, and it's kind of fun, man. Yeah, we're freaking on Friday, man. We're freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the Ron DeSantis sending migrants to
I love it.
It's a good
He
idea.
sent a bunch to D.C. He's done that a couple times.
Yeah.
That's really, he's setting a good example on governing. I like him, man. I hope he doesn't run for president because they need him as a governor in those kind of places. Presidency just changes everything anyway. I don't think he would be able. He wouldn't be doing all the shit he's doing as president. I don't think. Not my opinion.
Yeah, and he would definitely he would disrupt the run, Trump's run, because he's popular. Yeah, interesting. Better as a governor than a president. I got to think about that. Yeah. What else, man? What's going on, Jim? How you doing, man?
He took a lot of people in though. They're still pulling stuff over, in our deep ports in Los Angeles, and it's like, hey, turn all them people around, bring them to our port. And that helped everybody on both sides of the aisle. It wasn't just a Republican thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he brought in all them other people from all of these different states, the law enforcement with the sign-on bonuses and everything, because they wouldn't get vaxxed.
Right.
He's done a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like the pushed vaccine effort in New York City at least failed in part. I was talking about a story yesterday with the NYPD, the cop that you're fired if you don't get the vax, right? And he didn't get it.
That was pretty good.
Right? So that's precedence right there. Anybody who got fired for saying, "Oh, it's against my religion," yeah, I can't do that, and got fired, could now lean on that piece of legislation, and probably in other states too. So that's good. That's good. Once a judge rules, then maybe you could change that, but it doesn't take away the damage that was done. So much damage was done by threatening people. You're fired. Fuck you. You're gonna get us all sick. We want to be safe, and they got fired.
They're just contradicting themselves. The damn thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
What are you
Right.
worried about? If you got vaxxed, what are you worried about?
Right. Good morning. Wake Now is here. Good morning, Wake and Bake.
Good morning, gentlemen. Give me 1 second. I gotta get some cup of coffee in me before I start this conversation.
All right, man. Thank you.
Well,
for
okay,
joining
Marcus.
us.
Well, here.
What's up, Jim?
I've got an issue with you. Stop calling me Naked Jim.
Okay, you got it, man. You got it. I apologize. It was
It's
just
all
that
right,
one time,
brother.
man. It was funny, man.
I know.
It's funny, Jim. It's like you think about, like, when I was a kid, people used to call me Doc. Right? When I was in a band, my nickname was Doc. Right? Because you know why? Because when I was a kid, I was studying biology. I was one of the few people that left the neighborhood and went to college, and I was studying biology, and they all thought I was going to be I wanted to be a doctor. Right? So I couldn't shake it. I said, no, I don't want to be a doctor. I'm just going to school, and the name stuck, and I couldn't shake it. But that's how sometimes you get coined.
Oh,
with a nickname.
it's all in fun, Marius. I understand, right?
Sounds
but
good.
the other thing is I really don't like Jimmy.
Oh,
that's my childhood name. You can call me Jimmy G. That was my high school nickname.
Right. Cool. Weevil Girl's
all right.
here as
It's all
Teresa.
good, brother.
Hey.
What's up, Weevil Girl? Weevil Girl's in the mountains. I'm out here with Krishna.
Beautiful.
Look at this.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm not really in the mountains, of course,
Right.
but I'd love to be.
I'm here with Krishna. See the dancing fucking guy in the background? Playing flute.
I like it.
So what's up, Weevil Girl? You wanna singing bowl us into heaven?
Yeah,
Cool.
I would love to.
Let's do it.
So let's all take a moment.
The dog
on
is here.
Friday, TGIF.
Now, are there
Random-
different sizes that have different tonalities and different frequencies that you can use?
There definitely are.
Oh, that's cool.
This is just a pretty big one. This is like a 10-inch Tibetan singing bowl, and the Sanskrit on the outside of it is about compassion. So if you play the outside of the bell, it's about compassion towards the outer world, towards everyone around you, the outside. If you play the inside, it'd be compassion towards one's own self.
Oh, that's
Hey, Weevil
awesome.
Girl, hold up the bowl. I want to see the writing, the Tibetan stuff. Yeah, it's probably it's the compassion guy, the deity. I can't pronounce his name. Alava Shrita Lava Kava, whatever. It starts with an A, but he's the deity of compassion. I believe if that's the compassion bowl, I bet that's what it is. It's
I'm not
prayer.
super into ASMR or anything, but those bowls sound really cool. I've always been fascinated by steel drums and those hand pans, so it's like really intriguing to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone's interested, I would highly recommend getting your own, and just how much deeper you can get into a meditation with something like this and the vibration. It's really cool.
Whose dog is in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dog sitting a Saint Bernard today. Sorry,
right.
I'll close the door.
All right. No. And the cats are here. The cats and the dogs are in the house. Everybody's in the house. Take it away, we will go. We'll try to calm down the barking.
This is probably going to scare my cat, but let's close our eyes. And deep breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth.
I'm sorry. Zoot says you could cook chili in that thing. We can. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Try to feel your connection all the way down through your feet, through the floorboards, all the way down into the earth. Feel yourself rooted into the earth as you are part of it, like an apple on a tree. You're a human on the earth. Feel all the rocks and sand and rivers underneath our feet into the molten core of the earth.
Damn dog.
Beautiful. I just muted you, Jim.
I always love that moment after the vibration sound ends and it becomes complete silence. There's just this like moment. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Hey, Jim, I muted you to get the dog away. It was beautiful, Weevil Girl. I just had a technical problem. Jim, you're muted right now, right? And I can't seem to get you to go back on.
Jim might have to manually unmute himself from his end.
Oh, okay. Jim, if you can't manually unmute yourself on the screen, just wave over the screen and you'll probably see a microphone there.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of device you're using at the bottom of our conversation or the screen or the window. There should be a camera and a microphone button.
Right. Yeah. Jim, can you hear me? Yeah, he's mute and I can't get him to go back on. Jim, you'll figure it out. See, technical.
That looks like everybody's muted. Can you hear me?
You're not. No, you're not. I hear you guys. Everybody's here.
I can unmute myself. I was just
microphone. There we go.
Hey, there you go.
Right. And there's the dog again. So thank
I'm sorry,
you,
guys.
man. It's all right. It's all good, man. What
My
else?
nephew's dog.
Wake and Bake. You're a political guy. What do you think about the whole DeSantis story, or some of the stories we talked about? What's going on, man? Are you there, Wake? I think he's mute too. Oh, he walked away. I forgot about him. He walked away. So what else, man? What else is going on? Somebody else talk for a while. I just want to chill.
I'm here. I got background noise. I'm trying to mute. I try to be respectful to people's live streams. I hate when there's a bunch of background noise as well. So I try to stay muted if I can.
Right. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. So it's Friday, and I go to I'll tell you, Weevil Girl. You know what I do on a Friday? There's a meditation gathering here. It's very far and few. It's not like New York City where it's everywhere, and so you got to kind of sniff it out. And what I do is I try to bring what I know, about meditation to it. Also, of course, learn from what's being there, but trying to offer the instruction as it was fed to me, right? And pass it on. I do that on Friday. It's fascinating that a lot of people are not really interested in meditation, or they think of it as something. Yeah, I'm gonna do that later. It's like tennis or something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go play golf or something. But it's something that you do all the time, right? It's
I don't
something
think
that,
there's any arbitrary way to meditate. I believe that there's multiple ways people can meditate, whether it be just self-reflection, listening to music, doing exercise, whatever your preference is.
right. What's the
Sure,
goal?
what?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue with that. Wake now. What's the goal of the meditation? What are we trying to do with it? What is it?
Well, to relieve stress and just kind of get the daily bull crap out of the back of your head for one, and also it's good physically for your physical body too, because stress can actually cause physical ailments and physical pain and physical illness as well. So if you got a healthy mind, you got a healthy body.
Exactly.
That's true.
So you're testifying that if you find a way to relieve tension in your body, you could actually stop the progression of anxiety, disease. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, to an extent, mind over matter. I mean, there are going to be some other underlying factors when it comes to it, because life ain't easy. But I mean, yeah, for the most part, correct. Yeah,
It's 100% consistent with the teaching of every single Buddha and prophet to date. They all say that, right? Life happens, and thoughts arise, and when we lock into the thought pattern, right, it creates stress, right? It's us trying to figure something out in our head, and the Buddha said that that's not the way to do it. It's actually to simply recognize it and return to the body, right? Thich Nhat Hanh
it's kind
says
of reminiscent of some people when the pandemic started. I saw people like having fear-induced and anxiety-induced sickness. Like they didn't have the COVID; they were actually just psyching themselves up to the point where they thought they were sick. I like literally saw that happen in real life, man. It's crazy.
it's amazing. I mean, it's an amazing. It flies in the face of modern day medicine, where medicine says, "Okay, you have this ailment." It's a good example. There's people that I was having a talk with someone. They said that if there's the medical profession is trying to use psychedelic drugs to induce and or treat people's anxiety by calming them down.
I don't know if anybody's done psychedelics, but you can have extreme anxiety being in a parallel universe in your own mind. You open doors sometimes you don't even want to open when you're sober, when you're on drugs. So I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe there's some science behind it, but I don't buy it.
Right. The point I was trying to make is that if anybody believes that a drug is going to drop them into a deep meditative state, in a place of relaxation without any other understanding of what they're doing, they're out of their minds. Right? It's like Barry Bonds, right? Barry Bonds, the baseball player, right? Hits 780 balls out of the park, right? And you're gonna tell me that steroids doing it? No, fucking all right. Give the steroid to some mediocre player or somebody who never played baseball, and let me see him hit 780 home runs out of the park. No, the point is that Barry Bonds is a master at what he does, right? And if a substance gave him a little bump, that's not the drug, that's him. But I would the point I'm trying to make is that meditation takes you to that place of power. It takes you to a place where you're basically releasing, as you say, anxiety. Right? It's hard to explain. That's the. I think the deeper you go, and I've studied with the Tibetan guys, and the deeper you go, the less the more difficult it becomes to explain it, what you're experiencing.
Yeah, there's a lot of philosophy behind it, and it does. You got to have a deep understanding of what you want, of what outcome you want from your meditation, and how it works, and what you truly believe and what you truly want. Because some people think meditation's bullcrap. I believe that anything that you enjoy that gets you away from the day-to-day grind can be meditation. Honestly.
Right. Yeah,
I think like
I'm sorry.
washing
Go.
the
We will go.
dishes.
We will go. I'm sorry.
Washing the dishes could be meditation if you did it right, or anything. Yeah, like
Cleaning the house.
Yeah. But also you're trying to get out of that fight or flight, which when you're in anxiety, a lot of people get stuck in fight or flight just inside your body. And talk about bad for your immune system. Your immune system and all those periphery kind of
anxiety disorders.
True.
I agree.
It's not even look. The jury is not has returned a verdict that this works. That meditation is to relax one's body, to return to the body. Right.
Yeah,
So you know what it is. Somewhere along the line, humans were so in competition with themselves and the world that somehow thinking their way out of situations became necessary. And at this point in evolution, it's become a liability. Right? Now you say, what do you mean no thinking? Well, what benefit does thinking, conventional thinking, serve you? It doesn't. When you remove it, you understand that. You say, right, I focus on the in-breath, I know I'm breathing, and out, right? And I stay there. And when thinking occurs, I drop it into the body, and I vipassana. I become aware of the feeling. What does the thought? Where is it coming from? What does it feel like? Where is the tension? And I use that fear to heal. Right? It's not a bad energy. Fear is energy, and you use it, and you place it you use it as a form of relaxation. And then there's no thinking, right? And so how do you get anything done if you're not thinking? You just do what you do. Do you have to think about breathing? No, you just breathe. Right? That's some heavy shit, but when you experience it, that's what it is. You're not really thinking. You're alive in the moment. And then on the other side of that is clarity. You're like all the problems you thought you had and the things that you thought you needed to figure out are very, very simple and clear and easy. But the fear is what keeps you from doing it. So if thought is fear, stop thinking. I just dropped that shit on you. Hey, Jim, do you meditate?
Yeah, well, Weevil Girl here taught me a little bit about meditating, but, I think meditating might be just, I'm a Christian boy, so Catholic. So when I pray, that's like meditating. I don't know.
That is a form of yes, going to a different place, a different place. And that's how some people call it unwinding and doing other things. Some people do it with the more advanced breathing stuff and the bowls. So those are great. And that old vibrational thing. Remember the ancients used to do that. And they would do stuff and then with the crystals and stuff, that's C sharp major, and that levitated people with those. So this stuff dates back. It's a real deal.
Well, how did they build them pyramids, right?
Right.
Exactly, Benny.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And string theory. Have you ever thought about string theory? How everything supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but if you ever watch those string theory movies, everything's vibration.
Right.
And our body is mostly water.
Yeah.
So
Right.
75% or something like that, isn't it?
It is really cool watching them manipulate water or sand particles with sound frequencies. They get some crazy, crazy designs and formations, like natural formations. It's nuts.
They used to put the brain encephalographs on a handful of Tibetan monks who volunteered for that. There's an actual study. They did it, and these scientists wired the bodies of these Tibetan meditation masters, and they tried to. They would the meditators were actually playing with the algorithm. They were able to do things that weren't scientifically possible, like slow down your pulse at will. Most people don't know how to do that. These guys do know how to do it because of the meditation. And they would then go into no thinking, and the page would just look totally different. So is there evidence that people gain access to different parts of mind and body? Absolutely.
There's some tribe out in some tropical island where their technique for fishing is they've been trained, and part of it is meditation and part of it is just generations of doing this. These people hunt and fish, but they free dive and they can hold their breath for up to 18 minutes while they hunt and fish underwater.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Hey Jim, on Christianity, there is no, as far as I can see, there's no conflict between meditation and Christianity. Right? If the focus of a Buddhist meditation is on sensation in the body, well then that's Jesus. It's the same thing. It's that God. They're talking about God too, right? Whatever the story is, right? And here's the evidence, right? When you see, and I've gone to circles of Christians, Christian Bible studies, and you do see a spiritual experience happening. You see people are happy, they're relaxed, they found something, and that's absolutely no different than being at a Buddhist retreat and seeing monks sit on the lawn and just smile, and there's no worry. They're just sitting there breathing in and out, happy, right? So the spiritual experience can be absolutely 100% happens in Christian circles. I think it's the repetitiveness of the mantra. You have to keep returning to it. If you keep returning to it, Jesus, if you keep returning to it, turning yourself over to it, then you're not driving anymore. It's identical. Christianity, Buddhism, Mohammed, Shiva. That's what I found.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marcus, because I don't even know if, Christianity is really, was Jesus real? I still question it every day. But if it makes me feel better, right?
Right. Right. You seek your own salvation, right?
Well, I mean, Jesus is, or like God, it could be subjective as well. Just like the ancient people worshiped the sun because it gave life to plants and everything else. So it's just like whatever.
Right.
It could be subjective. I could see where people have different views, and yeah, all the religions are a similar story based around the same thing, basically with slight twists. So,
well, right, the 12 apostles and then the 12 zodiac signs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a rabbit hole you can go down into, and it, I don't know.
I agree with that.
Keep it simple. Stupid.
Religion is rabbit hole. I agree with that. It's a rabbit hole. You go down, and then there's stories there, but
right.
But what doesn't change is the present moment. You breathe in, you're alive. You breathe out.
I just try to be a good person, right? Treat others like I'd like to be treated, right? No hatred. No racism, right?
Right. easy to say. You know, we
Yeah, I can't say that I've gone through life with no hatred, because there are a few things that I absolutely dislike. But I mean, that's life. Like we said before, life happens. That's why we meditate.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's people you can hate, I mean, they're just mean people, but I don't know, deep down inside, you forgive them, no fault of his own or whatever. I don't know.
That's one of my downfalls. I have a hard time forgiving people, man. If people screw me over, I don't usually give them a second chance to do so.
Right. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, whatever.
Precisely, yes.
You know what I get.
I was like, what the hell, man? I'm taking this other stuff, this natural vitality stuff. It's a pretty good product. Calm.
I was gonna say, you sound fine. You don't sound congested or raspy, or you seem like you're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm
That's
trying
good.
to take care of my throat now. And then this other equate stuff to knock you down a little bit. I couldn't stop.
Cold and
moving
flu.
around. I was just like, oh my God, what the hell?
Well, I'm glad you're doing okay, man. Looks like you're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to deal with it. The new strain. I go, what the hell is this anxiety thing? I found articles on it that date back a couple years. So I'm like, well, this has been going on, but this stuff is. They warn you it's coming. By the way, there's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be this.
Right.
It's just this announcement, and then it's just such a
Wait,
scam.
what are they announcing, Vinny? I missed what you said. What?
Oh, a lot of the new strains. It's like there's always the blurbs out in the news, and then it's already here.
Oh, it's never gonna end.
It's never
Right.
gonna end. By the way,
people are
we
about
have
to get
word that-
people are about to get sick all over again. You could see it.
Oh yeah,
You're walking around. You could feel the tension. People are very stressed right now.
yeah. There's a
They'll
whole
get sick
lot of
again.
bad stuff
It's the go
coming
go go.
out,
It's
too.
I call it the Ferris Bueller syndrome. Do you remember back in the day being a kid
Right,
where you try to
right.
get you'd fake being sick to get out of school, and then you end up actually feeling sick for the rest of the day because of your mind. You physically think that you're sick.
I just seen the movie recently on Pluto too. Those old movies. Hey, has anybody seen this lunatic guy that Biden put in? This vowed Satanist, Dr. Dimitri.
Oh, I think I saw something. Tattoos all up and down his arm.
Yeah, he's
right?
a Satanist dude. He's he's White House monkeypox response coordinator.
Right.
And he's gonna be working. It's just insane.
I gotta let the dog out. I'll be right back.
Well,
Alrighty,
Dr.
Jen.
Fauci's retired now, so
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
probably the replacement.
I don't even
You'll
know why
never be
Fauci was in charge
trouble.
before the pandemic. Fauci didn't even have a patient for 20 years prior to that. So it's like, why are we listening to this goofball?
I know. He's just some guy that's been there 8 administrations with plenty of crimes against humanity, and nothing's ever going to happen to him.
No, nobody's ever held accountable. It's crazy. It's
No.
just nuts.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
A lot of what he said was he's admitted were open lies. I mean, he basically said, do are masks effective? And then he said no. That was the common understanding of masks at the time. Medical profession knew it. If you didn't use it properly, it was ineffective, and he knew that. And then he changed to they're 90% effective by any idiot that walks around and has one.
They
it's
flip-flopped
not
on
true.
every single thing that they said. I remember Fauci had, there's absolutely no reason for anybody to be wearing masks. I remember him saying that specifically. And then he's like, we all need to wear masks. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly
Flip-flop
the science
Fauci,
of it.
man. It's just something else.
What they did with the mask thing is they flipped it. Mask was kind of self-preservation, self-protection, and they flipped it into that it keeps the germs on your face and not on. They flipped the whole thing But
I saw this weird article, and they were talking about some lady who was dying from a fungal infection in her lungs, and she was all masked up, and they were like, oh yeah, she wore all her PPE and stuff, and the article was making it sound like she got this infection from reusing the same mask. You get to the bottom of the article, it says, could be related to climate change. I laughed so hard. I was like, this can't be real.
They're always going to throw that last curveball in there somehow.
hey, look, the climate is changing. Sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. It's definitely changing. You know.
I think that's called weather. I think for the past few hundred years, we called that weather, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Seasons. Do people forget about seasons too? And did you know if you look up some of the harshest temperatures and most hottest temperatures ever recorded are still from the 1800s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably. And there's
I watched a
probably
guy-
been earthquakes and tsunamis the whole time. It's just we didn't have cameras there to catch it and and document it. But you can't. I don't think you could deny that the planet is evolving. It's moving. Certain types of life pops up and then goes away for 1,000,000 years. These sorts of things are definitely happening. Are humans instigating the change? Yeah, of course. Human activity is definitely altering slightly the climate, no doubt about it. Burning gas, our behavior causes a shift. The Mother Earth can adjust to it. There's probably a breaking point, but can adjust to it. But it's happening slowly. It's happening over 100 years, 1,000 years, 5,000, 1,000,000 years, right? You don't feel the change, but it's happening. So these people that are saying that it's escalating to, the next 20 minutes. That doesn't appear to be true. But climate.
Oh, I have an experiment for anybody. I'm not going to get into the whole chemtrail debacle super deep right now, but I have a test that anybody at home can do. If at night, if you can find a spot that doesn't have any light pollution, drive your car to a dark area, flip on the high beams, get out, stand off to the side of your car, and look through the beam of light, and you'll see little metallic flakes falling like snow.
Yeah, what is that? How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the bear.
The truth lady says, watch the moon. And then Margie O says, the moon's been strange. Has it? What's going on with the
It looks bigger, but I think it's just the orientation in the sky, and it does have like a reddish tint to it the past couple days, but that happens quite often.
Well, the reddish tint is from all the fires, wildfires, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's mad wildfires going on in the west right now.
So the redder it appears, the more fire dust in the air. Is that what it is?
Yeah, smoke.
That makes sense,
right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I watch a guy on YouTube, Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Diamond is his name. He's I don't know, paleontologist or whatever. Very smart guy, but he has answers. It's not climate. It's just the way it works, right? Yeah. Some days are hot and some days are cold.
Right.
Weather.
I think the big issue though is that with climate change is that the political lobby says it's humans causing it, right?
It ain't humans.
Okay.
I guess if I could just say, I think that global warming, I don't know for sure if it's true. We're actually due for another ice age, but at the same time, I know that we're polluting our earth like horribly. You can just look around and see deforestation, pollution. John Menard. I don't know if you guys have Menards where you are, but we're the home of Menards here. And he's tossing stuff in the river and getting a slap on the wrist. And I mean, that was a couple of years ago, but I'm not forgetting about it. And neither is the river. So we're definitely polluting our earth. And whether that's causing long-term weather effects, I'm not sure, but it's not good.
Right. Inescapable, right? I mean, that's human footprint. killing off what 70% of the trees. You know, the rainforests got wiped out. How many lions when we were kids? Right, there were lions and tigers in Africa and zebra and giraffe. I got to tell you, man, they're gone. They're almost like a giraffe is almost an extinct being now.
What about monarch butterflies? I used to see fields of them when I was a kid. I think I saw like five total all year, and one I accidentally hit with my car, and I felt horrible. I was like, oh no, splattered all over my windshield. But yeah, I haven't seen monarch butterflies this year.
You make a good point, Wake and Bake. Even if like the bigger mammals that we used to know are leaving the planet, you get new kinds of species that pop up. People say, "What the hell is that? I've never seen anything like that." And it flies by, because that's evolution too. We'll get new as we kill off, and I say as we kill off the other species are going to evolve and kill us eventually. Hence, virus. That's inescapable.
The monarch butterflies, where they go in Mexico for this over the winter. They had a really bad frost, like a multiple day freezing, and they all died down there. And that's why they've been so bad this year. And they've actually been placed on the endangered species list just this year because of that huge frost. They were all there. Almost all of them died.
Oh my gosh. That would explain it. I remember being a kid and just like running through fields of monarch butterflies. Like they would be everywhere.
Me too. But I haven't hardly seen any in Iowa here lately. One or two over the summer.
Speaking of Iowa and being in cropland, did you know that Bill Gates is buying up like swaths of farmland like crazy?
Yes, I've heard that, but luckily not so much in Iowa.
Well, that's good. I know a lot of corn and a lot of stuff comes from Iowa out there. My buddy lives out that way. He says he loves it out there. It's some extreme weather occasionally, but I'd take a tornado or a thunderstorm over an earthquake or friggin' hurricane any day.
It's definitely human activity, man. It's part of it. It's definitely like, so, you want to frown on the kids who all they see is climate change, right? It's humans, they suck. We're killing off the planet. That's extreme. But moving towards battery operated cars, solar, not throwing your garbage in the fucking river, recycling your I bury everything that's biodegradable gets buried in my garden. I don't, you know what I mean? Like you put it back in, right? And you're leaving less of a footprint. And maybe
composting is actually one of the best things you can do for the planet. Not only are you disposing biodegradable stuff, you're also making nutrients for other plants and living things to reproduce as well.
Yeah.
Well, how's the tomatoes going, Marcus?
I got some tomatoes. I got not as much as last year. This year was outstanding blueberry. Blueberry tree was outstanding. Got eggplant. Got some tomato. Not for some reason the bigger tomatoes didn't grow as well.
Right, having the same problem here too.
Got giant.
If you're using heirloom ones, the heirloom ones will be a little bit smaller. But if you bought GMO ones, those are the ones that get like the friggin' size of your fist. They're absolutely huge. So the smaller ones might actually be better for you if you have heirloom seeds.
Yeah, I didn't start from seed. I started those from plants, and I got tobacco.
Oh, right
That's the thing that I was focusing on this year. I have apple trees, but growing tobacco. I'm gonna make a video about it. I've been.
I think they made it illegal to grow tobacco in my region. How are you allowed to get away? I guess everywhere is different.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal to grow tobacco anywhere in the United States. It's illegal to sell tobacco.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Yeah, for some reason I was under the impression it's illegal to grow.
It's not. It's not illegal. I wouldn't have done it if it was illegal. It's not illegal to grow, and it's also not illegal to distribute seed or plants, like clones.
Oh, interesting.
You could trade plants, sell them, seeds, sell them, but you can't sell the product. You can't sell, tobacco. So it's pretty weird.
Well, you realize that the United States was built on tobacco sales.
Right. It's
Oh yeah.
political,
Not only that, hemp used to be a big crop that they used to use back in the day as well. It's illegal to collect rainwater. It's illegal to live off the land. And even if you do fish, you got to have a fishing license. The fish has to comply with the state regulations, and then you got to friggin'. You gotta,
Wait.
it's just all kinds of crazy.
It's illegal to gather rainwater. Is that what?
Yep,
you
it's
said?
completely illegal, and especially in my region. But I'm pretty sure most of this places in the U.S. and in Canada, it's illegal to collect rainwater.
Yeah, I have a rain
That's the most
barrel
ridiculous thing I've ever
with the
heard.
treatment and everything. Yeah, a lot of places made it illegal to collect rainwater.
What's the reason? What's the reason?
Who knows? Just to make it so people can't live freely off the grid and live off the land. You can't live off the land anymore. They made it impossible.
I cannot believe that. I have rain that comes off of my roof and I put it back into the plants, right? But
you might be able to do that. You're just not allowed to collect it. I don't know what the regulations. You could look it up in your area. I'm sure your area is probably a little bit different. But yeah, you can get in trouble just for having buckets out. And if it happens to rain, they could accuse you of collecting rainwater, even though you'd be like, "Oh, I accidentally left those buckets out. Sorry."
Unbelievable! Wow, I didn't know that. I knew tobacco was legal, but I didn't know collecting rainwater was illegal.
Well, we're all learning something new today. This is a good conversation. I'm glad you had me on, man. I always enjoy being on here. It was fun the last time I was on here too, man.
Yeah, it's a good talk. It's free. Stream of mind. Go take it. Whatever direction you want to go. This is, YouTube is going to be interesting as we move forward. It's an election season. And I like to shoot from the hip, and I just don't want to get it kicked off. I want it to continue. I want to find a way to go right in the middle of all of the nonsense, right? Because the left is going to be screaming, the right's going to be screaming. Let's kill it here, man. Anybody else? Let's wrap it up and see you guys Monday.
Well, this has been great.
Nice visiting with everybody, and have a blessed and bitchin' weekend, everybody. And well, it's just getting crazier and crazier out there. All we can do is just try and deal with it. My God.
Have a good weekend, guys.
All right, man. Peace, everybody.
All right.
See you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah, hopefully see you Later.
Monday.
Peace out, everyone.
Yeah. How you doing, man? Oh, wow. Live. We were live. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. That was a great conversation. We had a good time there. And there's Marcus Conte reporting.